In a world of billions, most people come and go without a second glance. But a few are just born different. From women born with traits so rare they baffle science, to men whose appearances seem almost unearthly, these are the unbelievable and unheard stories of the 15 rarest people on Earth. And trust me, once you see them, you'll thank God you were born the way you are. Number 15. Connie Chiu. Connie was born in Hong Kong and raised in one of the crowded housing estates of the 1970s. Because of her albinism, the intense summer heat caused her serious discomfort, so her family relocated to Sweden when she was 7. There, she was safer from the sun. Connie began her modeling journey in the early 1990s, entering the industry at age 24. Her breakthrough came when French designer Jean-Paul Gaultier saw her striking black-and-white portrait and invited her to model in his shows. From there, she walked runways, graced magazine covers, and appeared in music videos. Now, in her 40s, she balances modeling with her love for jazz, performing in clubs across Europe. Connie is widely recognized as the world's first albino fashion model, celebrated for breaking barriers in an industry that often erases difference. Her career is a lasting testament to resilience, expression, and the enduring power of unique beauty. Number 14. Amina. This girl was born in a remote village with a rare and severe facial deformity. She has no eyes, no nose, and breathes entirely through her mouth. From day one, she stood out. People in her community didn't know how to react to her appearance, and many still don't. But her story isn't about pity, it's about grit. Amina grew up facing fear, isolation, and intense physical challenges. Yet through steady love from her family and support from those closest to her, she found a way to keep going. Over time, she underwent multiple surgeries to improve her health and function. But what truly defines her isn't survival. It's her courage to confront the stigma surrounding disability. Amina has quietly become a symbol of hope for those with visible differences. Her life was featured in a documentary by Aframax English, spotlighting not just her struggles, but her quiet strength. Amina proves that real beauty lives in how you carry what you've been given. Number 13. Lila Woodard. Lila, aka Elastic Lila, is a contortionist, aerialist, and foot archer whose body moves like flowing fabric. She was born in 2006 in Santa Barbara, and her flexibility showed up early. By 6, she was already folding, twisting, and stretching in ways that shocked all. She joined Le Petit Cirque, an all-youth humanitarian circus troupe, where she mastered aerial silks, contortion, hand balancing, and foot archery. Yes, shooting arrows with her feet. At just 11, she performed at the Nobel Peace Prize concert in Oslo, Norway, wowing the world with flawless precision and control. She's also appeared on shows like Little Big Shots, Pickler and Ben, and Home and Family, earning a reputation as one of the most gifted young performers. Outside the ring, she's a peace advocate, serving as youth spokesperson for the Nuclear Age Peace Foundation. Whether airborne or arched in half, Lila uses her body not just for art, but for meaning. Number 12. Ji Yeon-woo. This beautifully bold lady is a retired South Korean bodybuilder who reshaped how her country saw beauty and strength. As a teen, she described herself as shy, fragile, and haunted by depression and social anxiety. But everything changed at 26 when she found weight training, a decision that transformed her life. Within a few years, she was dominating competitions, winning the 2010 Korea YMCA event, the Muscle Beach International Figure Open, and placing in national titles. Her career-defining moment came in 2013 when she won the Arnold Classic Europe Women's Physique Division, becoming the first South Korean woman ever to earn an IFBB Pro card. That historic victory brought her global recognition, with strong finishes at the Vancouver Pro and New York Pro shows. Korean media called her Muscle Barbie, honoring her rare mix of power, symmetry, and grace. Now retired and relaxed, G inspires others through fitness coaching, proving that strength and beauty can share the same space. Number 11. James Young. This brave gamer from Britain became the recipient of one of the most advanced prosthetic limbs ever created. After losing his arm in a train accident, he was chosen for the Alternative Limb Project, which built a custom bionic arm inspired by the Metal Gear Solid video game series. The arm wasn't just practical, it was futuristic. It featured a detachable miniature drone, a USB port for charging devices, a wrist-triggered flashlight, and even a small screen to display images or messages. Engineers, designers, and artists came together to create something both functional and personal. The arm restored his independence, helping him manage daily life while expressing his personality and passions. In interviews, James said the prosthesis helped him reclaim his confidence and sense of identity. His journey shows how innovation and artistry can blend to create prosthetics that aren't just tools, but true extensions of the human self. Number 10. Sidney de Carvalho Mesquita. Well, now this guy is crazy. Sidney de Carvalho Mesquita, also known as Uncle Tio Chico, is a Brazilian man known for one of the strangest and scariest human abilities on record. He once held the Guinness World Record for the farthest eyeball pop for a guy. Sidney can protrude his eyes 0.71 inches beyond their sockets. He discovered this peculiar ability at age 9 while making funny faces in the mirror. What started as a joke became a record-breaking talent. In 2022, Guinness officially recognized his skill. Sidney can hold the pop for about 20 to 30 seconds, temporarily losing vision and feeling a dry burn, but never pain. He says it runs in the family and calls it both genetics and divine blessing. Fans call him Tio Chico, inspired by Uncle Fester from the Addams Family. Though Williams Martin Sanchez Lopez broke his record in 2024 with a 19mm pop, Sidney remains unforgettable in the world of extreme body records. Number 9. Yao Defen. This lady was born in a small village in China and stood head and shoulders above everyone, and yes, we mean for real. She is tall. We mean so tall, she was officially declared the tallest living woman on Earth, standing an astonishing 7 feet 8 inches tall. Her immense height wasn't from genetics, but from a tumor on her pituitary gland that caused gigantism. The tumor produced abnormal levels of growth hormone, leading to her extraordinary stature. Life at that height was far from easy. Yao suffered from constant joint pain, heart strain, and difficulty walking. Medical care was limited due to her family's poverty, and her condition required constant monitoring. Despite her physical struggles, Yao never lost her warmth or optimism. Her towering frame drew worldwide attention, not just for its rarity, but for her courage and perseverance. Celebrated as a symbol of resilience, Yao Defen's story stands tall, both literally and spiritually, showing how the human spirit keeps rising, no matter the weight it carries. Number 8. Tom Leopard. Tom, famously known as the Leopard Man of Skye, was once recognized by Guinness World Records as the world's most tattooed man. A former British soldier, Tom served in the Royal Navy, the Parachute Regiment, and the SAS before leaving military life behind. In the 1980s, he began tattooing his entire body with leopard-like spots until almost no bare skin remained. His transformation captured worldwide attention, making him a global symbol of extreme body art. For over 2 decades, Tom lived alone in a stone cottage on the Isle of Skye in Scotland, without electricity or running water, content in solitude. Later, he moved into a small flat in Broadford. While he never explained exactly what inspired his leopard transformation, many believed it stemmed from a lifelong fascination. Tom remains an icon of self-expression, remembered for his unmatched devotion to individuality and for turning his skin into living art. Number 7. Matthew Nagel. Matthew Nagel made history back in 2004 as the first person to control a computer cursor using nothing but his own thoughts. After a stabbing in 2001 left him paralyzed from the neck down, he volunteered for an experimental technology called the BrainGate system. A tiny implant was inserted into his brain to detect neural signals that once controlled his arm and hand. These impulses were then interpreted by computer software and converted into movement on a screen. Matthew successfully moved a cursor, opened emails, played games, and even turned on a TV. His groundbreaking trial proved that brain-computer interfaces could restore independence to people with paralysis. Though Matthew passed away in 2007, his legacy remains foundational to neuroscience. His courage paved the path for future breakthroughs in neural engineering, offering hope to those with spinal injuries and ALS. Matthew's work became more than science. It became proof that human will can move beyond the body. Number 6. Carly Runke. This 25-year-old restaurant hostess was born with Morio syndrome type A, a rare form of dwarfism that limits her height to just 3 feet, nearly a foot shorter than most with the same condition. From a young age, Carly endured constant ridicule. She was called ugly, mocked for her size, and treated unfairly. But she refused to let it define her. Determined to shatter every stereotype, she pursued modeling, walking the runway at a Little People of America event, standing tall on her own terms. Off the stage, Carly co-founded the Little Carly Foundation with her brother to raise awareness and support for others with dwarfism. She's also undergone over 30 surgeries, from spinal operations to trachea reconstruction and joint repairs. Despite every challenge, she stands firm, living by her motto, "Don't even try and stop me." Carly's not just surviving, she's proving that strength, purpose, and worth don't come from size, they come from soul. Number 5. Shin Hyom-young. Shin Hyom-young from South Korea looks like a middle schooler, but his ID tells a different story. Born in 1989, Shin is actually 31 years old. His unusual appearance is caused by Highlander syndrome, a condition so rare that almost nothing is known about it. Unlike progeria, which causes rapid aging, Highlander syndrome slows physical development to a crawl. Shin stopped visibly aging as a teen. His voice stayed high, his features soft, and his height frozen at 5'4". Despite his youthful look, Shin lives as normally as possible, making friends, dating, and staying active in social life. He admits the condition can be difficult, but he refuses to let it define him. Scientists continue to study his case to better understand aging and development. Shin Hyom-young's life remains one of biology's biggest mysteries, and a quiet reminder that appearance has nothing to do with age, maturity, or strength. Now let's head over to Number 4. Sarah Gertz. This striking model from Minnesota is recognized for her visibly wrinkled skin caused by a rare genetic disorder known as dermatosparaxis Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. Diagnosed at 10, Sarah learned she was one of only a few people in the world with the condition. The disorder prevents her body from producing collagen properly, leaving her skin delicate and loose. As a child, she felt ashamed, often hiding her body and battling insecurity. Over time, she began embracing her reflection, using modeling and social media as tools for self-acceptance. Today, Sarah is celebrated for her fearless authenticity and raw beauty, challenging every standard of perfection. She shares her journey to empower others living with visible differences. Her photos and words highlight courage over cosmetics and confidence over conformity. Instead of hiding, Sarah chose to stand tall, showing the world that beauty isn't flawless skin. It's honesty, lived in full view. Number 3. Avon Dugas. Avon Dugas from Louisiana holds the Guinness World Record for the largest natural afro. Her enormous hairstyle measures 10 inches tall, 10.2 inches wide, and an incredible 5.4 feet in circumference. She first earned the record in 2010 and reclaimed it in 2021. Her story began when her sister uploaded a photo of her online, and someone suggested she apply for the record. Avon had already been growing her hair naturally for more than 20 years, having sworn off chemical straighteners in 1999. For years, she endured teasing and harsh remarks, but attitudes eventually shifted as natural hair movements gained strength. Today, she styles her own hair, requiring only occasional trims. Avon has become a symbol of pride and empowerment for women embracing their natural roots. Her giant afro isn't just a cool record, it's a living statement of heritage, resilience, and beauty, proudly worn for the world to see. Number 2. Toko. Toko, widely known as the human collie, is a Japanese man who spent nearly 2 million yen, which will be around $14,000, on a hyper-realistic rough collie costume made by Zeppet, a company that crafts film-quality models and props. The custom suit took about 40 days to build and weighs close to 4 kilograms. Since childhood, Toko dreamed of becoming an animal. In his graduation yearbook, he even wrote that his goal was to become a dog. Now, as an adult, he's living that dream, fully embracing canine behavior. He crawls on all fours, plays fetch, rolls around, and even goes on walks outside, often amusing or baffling bystanders. Toko shares his transformation online through his YouTube channel, I Want to Be an Animal, where he's gained tens of thousands of subscribers and millions of views. In one viral clip, he's seen interacting with another person in a husky suit, calling them his dog best friend. Though some people criticize his lifestyle, Toko says the happiness he feels far outweighs any discomfort. He's not pretending, he's just finally being what he always felt he was meant to be. Now, let's end this with Number 1. Vienna Verstal. Vienna is a 25-year-old transgender content creator based in Mallorca. Over the past 5 years, she's spent nearly $175,000 on cosmetic procedures, $50,000 of that solely on lip fillers. Her transformation began at 18, the moment she became legally eligible, and quickly escalated into a mission to achieve an extreme feminine look. To maintain her dramatically enlarged lips, Vienna undergoes filler sessions every 2 to 4 weeks, sometimes weekly, flying from Mallorca to Frankfurt, where she trusts her go-to extreme lip surgeon. But the modifications haven't come without cost. Vienna now struggles to breathe through her nose, can't fully shut her mouth, and often wakes with a sore throat, needing medicated mouthwash to protect her gums. Still, she's determined, planning to nearly double her lip volume and already preparing for a nose job and cat eye lift. Critics mock her appearance as excessive or grotesque, but Vienna brushes it off as jealousy. To her, this is identity, not vanity. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for hanging with us, and we'll see you soon.